Does your cat serenade you at dawn, chatter at invisible birds by the window, or let loose an unexpected scream when you accidentally trigger the zoomies? Feline vocalizations are far richer and more precise than many people realize. Cats rely on sound the way we rely on words and gestures. A shift in pitch, an altered rhythm, or a single vibration of the larynx can reveal comfort, irritation, curiosity, fear, or even deep-rooted evolutionary reflexes. In this expanded exploration, inspired by the original 9-sound rundown and the thoughtful feedback in the comments, we will dive more deeply into the subtlety of each meow, trill, and hiss. Along the way, we will weave in viewer experiences, such as the exuberant Brrrrp that burst from one audience member's godcat during play, and the gentle headbutt offered to the like button in solidarity. By enriching each section with fresh research, real-life anecdotes, and important corrections, this revised script becomes not just a guide, but a practical roadmap for decoding the sonic language of your feline companion. Meowing is the first sound we humans associate with cats, yet it is barely used in cat-to-cat communication beyond kittenhood. The original video correctly noted that meows begin as neonate contact calls, but let's refine that timeline. Most kittens start vocalizing within 2 days of birth, and by the 3rd week, they differentiate pleas for warmth, milk, or maternal contact through distinct pitches and intervals. Once weaned and socialized, these calls largely cease, unless the cat discovers that humans, unlike feline mothers, remain perpetually receptive. Researchers at Lund University analyzed over 2,000 meows and found that adult domestic cats adjust their vocal register to mirror the frequency range in which humans perceive infant cries, effectively turning us into substitute caregivers. Cats tailor meows to an owner's responsiveness. A soft mid-tone ma at the breakfast table often means top off the bowl. A repeated rising murrow at the door signals, "You there, open this barrier." Pay attention to body language. Forward ears combined with a slow blinking gaze typically indicate a social request, perhaps play or affection. A tucked tail, however, paired with a clipped meow may hint at unease, pain, or an upset stomach. Veterinary behavioralists emphasize that sudden escalation in meow volume can be the first audible clue of hyperthyroidism or hypertension, both common in seniors. One viewer pointed out that her cat utters sounds not even named in the video. She may well be hearing a hybrid of meow and trill, what linguists label a meower, which occurs when a cat is excited and seeking engagement simultaneously. Record these variations. A short audio log can help your veterinarian spot health changes long before external symptoms appear. Caterwauling startles many first-time cat guardians because it pierces walls and nerves alike. The original explanation tied the sound to females in heat, which is accurate, yet the behavior is more versatile. Neutered males occasionally caterwaul if they detect a queen's pheromones through an open window, but spayed females can caterwaul too, often because they are disoriented, experiencing cognitive dysfunction, or searching for a lost companion. Cats have an extraordinary ability to map territory acoustically. When that familiar network collapses, caterwauling becomes a beacon call. Where are you? Does anyone recognize me? Boredom, as mentioned, also triggers this vocal burst. Environmental enrichment, a fresh puzzle feeder, a rotating cache of toys, or a tall perch that overlooks neighborhood activity often silences the aria. In multi-cat households, caterwauling may precede resource guarding. Listen for the sound around the food station or litter box corridor. If tension is brewing, create a parallel safe station to diffuse competition. By addressing the root cause instead of merely shushing the noise, you reinforce your cat's sense of security and drastically reduce the recurrence. Dogs growl in chesty rumbles, but cats deliver a lower volume, throatier buzz that many guardians misidentify as just a purr gone wrong. The crucial difference lies in resonance. Growls carry a nasal undertone and often vibrate through an open mouth, while purrs resonate deep in the diaphragm. The original segment touched on territoriality. Let's deepen the concept of resource defense. Food aggression is common in multi-cat homes where meal schedules overlap. In those contexts, a cat may plant a paw possessively on the dish and emit a soft growl even before another pet approaches. Medical triggers deserve equal emphasis. Dental pain, pancreatitis, or even a splinter in the paw can make handling intolerable, provoking growls at the lightest touch. Regular at-home checkups, gently opening the mouth to inspect gums, palpating the abdomen, and examining paw pads, teach your cat that handling is safe and help you catch issues early. If growling erupts suddenly in a previously mellow cat, schedule a vet visit. Pain-induced aggression is protective, not punitive. A cat perched on a windowsill, lower jaw fluttering, and teeth clicking like miniature castanets, is executing a predatory rehearsal. Ethologists hypothesize that chattering may function as a frustrated mimic of a killing bite, the rapid closure meant to snap prey vertebrae. Yet there's more. Recent high-speed footage reveals that the chatter rhythm matches a mouse's footfall pattern almost perfectly, leading scientists to wonder whether cats unconsciously mirror prey movement to fine-tune timing. One viewer highlighted an unlabeled vocalization, the goofy legu-legu. Many guardians know it as the ek-ek-ek or k-e-k-k-e-k. All are variants of chattering, with the mouth opening just enough for an exhaled trill to break through. Offer a moving target within the home, wand toys, motorized feather spinners, or even filmed footage of birds to let your cat channel that pent-up motor program into safe play. By satisfying the predatory cycle of stalk, chase, pounce, bite, you reduce the frustration that fuels excessive chattering at inaccessible quarry outside. Many people equate hissing with aggression, but the emotional core is fear. A hiss is the feline equivalent of a rattlesnake's rattle, a bluff that says, "If you push me, I will strike." Cats flatten their ears to shield delicate pinnae, inflate fur for an illusion of size, and curl limbs under the torso to explode away if needed. The original clip wisely pointed out that touching a painful area can provoke a hiss. Expand that caution. Fragrance-heavy hand lotions, residual alcohol from sanitizer, or even a new wool sweater can carry unknown scents that alarm a scent-focused species. When strangers visit, instruct them to avoid direct eye contact at first, and to present a loosely clenched fist below the cat's chin level. This posture diffuses tension by shrinking the human silhouette and allows the cat to initiate olfactory investigation on its terms. If hissing continues, respect the boundary. Forced interactions degrade trust quickly and may escalate to swats or bites, outcomes that could have been avoided with a slow approach and a strategic retreat. Unlike default meows, chirps and trills flow smoothly without a trailing consonant. They resemble a rolling prrrrp produced by a closed mouth and slightly vibrating vocal cords. In the wild, mother cats trill to gather wandering kittens, signaling safety and snack time simultaneously. In the home, the sound becomes a buoyant greeting. Several viewers wrote that their cats chirp whenever they enter a room, even if it's just from the kitchen to the hallway. That's social glue at work. Your cat is acknowledging your presence, reaffirming the bond, and sometimes guiding you toward a point of interest, often the treat cupboard. Here's a tip forged from behavior therapy. Respond immediately with a soft-voiced trill of your own. Mimicking the sound demonstrates that you are fluent in feline courtesy and encourages your cat to keep channeling excitement through positive vocalization rather than pawing or ankle weaving. Over time, many cats create unique phrases with ascending chirps, short, long, to designate specific rewards, such as wet food versus picking up the favorite wand toy. Few sounds spur a guardian into action faster than a cat's scream, a high-frequency vocalization laced with both fear and pain. The original video covered fights and mating episodes. Let's add emergency scenarios. Cats rarely scream without extreme provocation. If it erupts in a quiet household, first ensure no door has trapped a tail or paw. Then scan for intruders. Anything from a stray dog on the patio to a large spider brushing fur can trigger acute alarm. One commenter described lifting a cat and hearing a yowl that escalated into a full-scale scream. That sequence often indicates undiagnosed arthritis or spinal discomfort. Cats mask pain by nature. Sudden vocal agony during handling reveals that underlying pathology reached a tipping point. Don't chalk it up to moodiness. Schedule radiographs and pain management evaluation. Early intervention with joint protectants or laser therapy can restore comfort and trust, preventing a painful feedback loop where the cat associates your arms with agony. Yowling, unlike the fleeting meow or the localized hiss, can reverberate through an entire building. It is the feline version of a public service announcement. Here I am. Here you are. Let's resolve this equation. During mating season, Intact males and females swap yowls to negotiate rendezvous. Indoors, the call often signals territorial conflict or illness progression, as noted by both the original script and several viewers who, quote, have heard most of these. Where they differ is environment. Elderly cats may yowl because their sense of hearing diminishes, prompting them to produce louder, self-soothing noise, especially at night when ambient sounds drop. Cognitive dysfunction syndrome, CDS, can compound the issue, leaving a disoriented senior awake and vocal at 3 a.m., provide a nightlight, maintain predictable furniture placement, and introduce interactive feeding toys shortly before bedtime to create satisfying fatigue. For younger cats, address territory perception. Vertical space matters. Strategic cat trees, window hammocks, and wall-mounted shelves reduce competition in multi-cat families. If yowling occurs at threshold points, doorways, stair landings, consider installing microchip-activated cat doors to separate incompatible individuals. Remember that punishment is counterproductive. Redirection paired with environmental adjustment solves what scolding cannot. Purring is arguably the world's most recognized expression of contentment, yet the revised script must underscore its dual nature. Veterinary data reveal that some cats purr while experiencing postoperative pain or even during euthanasia. The vibration, oscillating between 25 and 150 Hz, stimulates endorphin release, accelerates wound healing, and maintains bone density during prolonged inactivity, an effect so potent that aerospace engineers study it for astronaut musculoskeletal health. Recognizing happy purr versus hurting purr hinges on context. A relaxed body posture, whiskers forward, limbs loosely draped, and a slow blink pair with positive purring. Conversely, if pupils are dilated, ears pivot sideways, or respiration is rapid, the purr likely serves self-soothing. Compare heart rate. Baseline for calm cats is 140 to 180 beats per minute. Injured or anxious cats often exceed 200. You can palpate the femoral pulse inside the thigh. If the count spikes while purring, seek medical evaluation. Remember, purring evolved partly as an autopilot healing device. Early ancestors who could self-treat injuries through vibrotherapy had greater survival odds. So, when your cat purrs at the vet clinic, it is not contradiction. It is survival strategy. Recognize the nuance, offer gentle strokes if welcomed, and maintain quiet voice tones to reinforce safety while professionals attend to the real issue. One viewer's story of the Brrrrp her godcat produced mid-zoomy highlights a vocal category best described as the mid-air chirp. It combines the closed-mouth trill and an open-throated meow into a single rolling burst. Cats emit it during high arousal states, chasing toy mice, sprinting down corridors, or discovering a favorite human reclining on the sofa. The sound seems to function as both greeting and momentum booster, as though the vocalization propels them into the next lap. Equally charming is the headbutt to the like button that another viewer promised. That nuzzle is called a bunting gesture, powered by scent glands on the forehead. When cats bunt objects, and yes, even digital icons, they deposit pheromones that mark territory as safe and enjoyable. If your cat bunts you after a flurry of playful Brrrrps, congratulations. You have been stamped as emotionally essential property. Understanding feline vocalizations creates a shorthand dialogue that deepens trust and elevates welfare. Monitor how environment, health, and social dynamics shape each sound. Address boredom with puzzle feeders and scheduled play. Resolve anxiety by maintaining predictable routines and offering safe retreats. Prioritize veterinary care when vocal patterns shift abruptly. Above all, listen. Truly listen. Each chirp, hiss, or rumbling purr carries a payload of information. When you decode it, you give your cat the gift of being heard and, in return, receive the priceless comfort of mutual comprehension. If you enjoyed this deeper dive into your cat's language, imagine how much richer life becomes when every household can translate those nightly yowls, dawn chorus meows, and mid-afternoon legu riffs. Share this video with your fellow cat enthusiasts, new adopters looking for guidance, or anyone who simply wonders what their mysterious roommate is trying to say. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Your support helps us continue creating evidence-based, feline-friendly content. Thanks for watching. Now give your cat a grateful headbutt from us and share the wisdom with the people and pets Who will benefit most?